Hello to all my friends out there. Hi, you guys. Well, here we are again. Southern California has been very, very wet. I said we had a hurricane warning yesterday. It was a tornado warning. So I have actually been in a bad tornado. I was in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I wasn't scared, being from Southern California, but what happened was it hit right where I was the next day, and it was scary. Okay, this video is living like you're on your last dime. Why should we? Okay. When I was single, I was living on my last dime. I did everything I could to prevent that, though. And later on, I realized that I didn't even know what bad was. But mainly it's because of some of this stuff I'm sharing with you guys. And I know some of you are planting cherry tomatoes. I know some of you are doing the food storage, and it makes me really happy, because in the months to come, we're not going to be hit as hard if hard times hit. So yesterday I devised these little meals, and I thought I would cook some of them up, and if I don't eat them, that's okay. You can eat them later. So what this was 1/4 cup sunflower seeds, 1/4 cup oatmeal, 1/4 cup powdered milk, and 1/4 cup raisins. So here it is. This is too many well, let me see. I guess they're okay. All right. So this is not a bad idea to stockpile for yourself, but if you wanted to give somebody some food, this is one way. So here's what we have. And so for the milk, we need 1 cup of water, and for the oats, we need 1/2 cup. So I'll put 1.5 cups water in here, and then I'll microwave it. And if I need more water, and so the milk's already in here. When you buy these oatmeals out, they're expensive, but when you make it yourself, it's not. So I was mentioning, if hard times hit, why some people are going to be so much better off. This just came to me yesterday, and I said, this is really weird, the way this came to me. A lot of things are genetic. So you could cook this on the stove. So here's what we've got. So I'm just going to put this in the microwave for 2 minutes. Okay. So you don't buy anything. Basically, don't spend any money, because you might need your next dime if something was to happen. Like the owner wants his apartment back. It happened to me twice. Both times towards the end of the year, so they could maximize their income, and nice big fat supposedly year for them. So you're going to pay food, but as little as possible, but still with food to eat. Rent or mortgage, that has to be paid. Utilities. Okay, what I do is I basically live in one room, so I'm in this kitchen, and that's all the utilities I use. And I brought my utilities down from $500 to $125 just by being really, really cheap. I'm out of my house during the day as much as I can be. I go to the gym. I'm anywhere except home. And the peak hours are between 4 and 9, so I really don't want to be home during that time. Also, I want to mention gas. Also, you can turn all your utilities off at the breaker except for the refrigerator, and run an extension cord. So about gas, like when you're trying to exist on very little money, if you keep your car full, And then like my car is a little car and it cost me $60. So half a tank would be $30. A quarter tank would be $15. So I want to fill my car when it goes down $15 in case I gotta go somewhere or I run out of money. First of all, I don't know about you guys, but this would be a huge amount of oatmeal for me to drink. I mean to eat. You can also drink it like a drink. And there's some good sunflower seeds. It's not ready. I will give it 2 more minutes. And then if you have milk, you can put milk on this too. Okay. Number 2, don't worry about the future. When you're trying to live on your last dime, it's too daunting. Just think about, how can I maximize my standard of living today? Because if you take care of today, tomorrow will be a lot better result, because it's too overwhelming. You're just trying to get through the day. Okay, find free food. So I get free food with the McDonald's app. I got free food from the 7-Eleven. I told them, listen, give the food to someone who really needs it, because my freezer is packed full of food, including, look at this nice sandwich. I'm going to buy my sandwiches and my salads from now on at 7-Eleven. I really didn't know they were good. They're substantial and they're easily enough for 2 meals. Uh-oh, it's looking good, you guys. This is Walmart non-fat powdered milk. A little bit longer. See how much food this is? It's enough for 2, especially if you're going to have toast with homemade peanut butter on it or a bagel. I'm looking for marked down bread. Okay, I got free sandwiches, food banks, food pantries, but the best way is drastically marked down food. So that is what I did today. Okay, so now I bought wheat crackers, 99 cents each. That's a pretty good deal for crackers. And right now I'm eating a lot of cereal, so $2 here. Cheese crackers, 47 cents each. I bought these at Grocery Outlet. So I'm gonna have, you know, if I eat cheese with meat and crackers, or soup, I like to float my crackers. And then I got these graham crackers. So you go to the place where you know they have the markdowns, and these were 47 cents each, and I like to eat these just like cookies, like with some tea. So I got that. So there's a pretty good chance I'm not going to run out of crackers. Okay, snack foods are good for 3 months after the Best Buy date, and longer, depends. All right, this is looking pretty good. Take a look at this. So this was a little stockpile meal I devised. That's one thing. Okay, then I bought these. Now what I want is 20 pounds of dry fruit. And the mangoes, okay, this is a really good price, $2.50 each. So it was 2 for $5. And what I want to make out of this is I want to make rice with, it's supposed to be coconut milk, but I have, okay, so I made this rice in the microwave. I just rinsed it, covered it with water. I zapped it for 5 minutes, and then I just kept zapping it for 2 minutes. So what I do is I make up 2 cups of powdered milk. I try to drink that. You want to have it I mean, if you don't want to drink it, that's one thing. But if you don't have it to drink, that's another thing. So normally I would use coconut milk or evaporated milk. So I will use a 1/4 cup of milk. And I will use about a 1/2 tablespoon of sugar. And I've been putting my sugar in these sugar containers. I think I got them at one time at Walmart. So milk and sugar, any kind. I like to eat this right here with hot dogs. It's just really tasty. Don't ask me why. Because it tastes good. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit more milk on here. This was a 1/4 cup of rice. So this is how come some of us, all right, let's zap this to get it hot. Now this is good if you're going to eat hot dogs or Louisiana hot sauce sour sardines. Okay, so here, and then you put mangoes on top. If this was sticky rice. And after I open my fruit, I try to keep it in the freezer. So I could tell from the package. So I'm buying, for the stockpile, I'm buying dry fruit. Oh yeah, this is really nice fruit. I'm not stockpiling a lot because I want to eat my food down. Let me see if I can get one. It's jammed in here. Fresh is good, but for this I like dry. I think it tastes really good. Here's one. I think 2 is about right. And this is just good to eat too. All right. So I will put this in the freezer. I love these self-closing packages. All right. So the dry mangoes were $5. A little bit longer. I want my rice hot. So 2 for 6 boxes of crackers, 2 boxes of dried mangoes, and then I bought this. This was really a good deal, grocery outlet. It was, what is this stuff? Trail mix, and I use this when I make granola. But I also just take out the nuts or the fruit, whatever I want to eat. Like if I make some cookies and I need, so this was really nice. This was $3.99. So the 2 expensive things I bought were the mangoes and the trail mix. And I would want to teach my children to do this. Well, they learn everything by watching you. All right, now it's nice and hot. See this? It could be compared, so I'm not worried that I'm making more food because this is good leftover. So I just want to cut my mango up, and so I have raisins, I have apricots, I have dates, I have figs. So what I want to do, for many months I've eaten down about 20 pounds of flour. So I figure 20 pounds of fruit should be more than enough. All right, so here we have it. So this is like a rice side to go with some meat. So what happened was I had 1/2 pound of hamburger. Here it is. And I had a thick cut bacon, and I wanted to see if I could make fry breads in the oven. So the thing about fry breads is I made a little jar and I put the ingredients for the fry bread, so all I had to add was hot water. And let's see, there's one I was eating. These are kind of like greasy bread, but it tastes really good with tea. So I had to fry my hamburger tonight. So I have basically cheese in my refrigerator. And I bought 5 pounds of cheese at Grocery Outlet. So I have cheese, I have bacon, I have hamburgers, I have fry bread. So you see how this is a lot of food? So I'm at Grocery Outlet and they had these salamis for 57 cents. So I bought 2 of those and I had salami with crackers and cheese and tomato soup and my homemade sunflower nut butter and tomato soup. So I got 2 of those for $1.47. So it was $13.97 and I saved $55.92. So this, when you do this once or twice a week or once or twice a month, you're going to get a lot more food. So then I went to Walmart and I bought 4 cans of tomato soup. So if you have tomato or vegetable soup, you're going to have vegetables. Maybe not fresh, but you know, you can get by. So, and then I bought 2 of the Walmart toilet paper because I'm trying to figure out exactly how much toilet paper do I actually use in one day, because I don't know the exact amount. And once you know, say if I use a 4-pack of this cheap toilet paper, that means in order to stockpile, I buy 2. So I get a surplus. I don't want to be running out. And the same thing with water. Okay, so now I'll mention this. I bought these sunglasses for $2.99 at the thrift store, so that is great. I will have them tightened and I'll be good to go. And then this is one of my vintage necklaces. I had a lot of them. I sold them all. So if you find these and you want to sell on eBay, they're easy to sell if you're willing to sell reasonable. And so I just wanted to show you that I cooked up some of my meals that I had devised to give away, just so you guys don't think I was mean and you know, gave my friends some terrible food. Okay, Russia has received fly-ridden bananas and sent them back. Well, how did this happen? Because here, our bananas are so green, it's ridiculous. Well, I think we're seeing the supply chain issues. And so we're watching other countries, we're seeing what's happening there, and we're going, could that happen to us? What we're trying to do is we're trying to build this block of Canada, the US, and the Mexico. Well, the fly-ridden bananas came from South America somewhere. Okay, so now I want to talk to you a little bit. Here's my bacon fat that I saved from my 2 pieces of bacon. I used some of it on my, okay, so we don't want to run out of food. We want to eat our food that we stored. And now I just want to talk to you about if you get your basic food, then it's highly unlikely you're going to run out of food. So if you're new, if you can afford one, a big one. But if not, get a Dollar Tree one for $1.25, an extra one. Then get a big bag of beans. So when you're living like you're living on your last dime, you want to have oil, and then if you cook your beans in some bacon fat, then you can make some fry bread or some tortillas. So you're going to eat beans and get good rice. So you can see this is quite a bit of food. You don't want to run out of food. You're going to get a big bag. I got this at Smart and Final. A big bag of potatoes. You're going to get, I have 20 pounds of flour, but last year I bought these and I like these packages. This is flour so you can make the fry bread. This is the milk that I like from Walmart. It's not too cheap. It's about $14. If you don't have cheese, you can put like a little, you cook your beans down with hopefully some bacon and salt, pepper, garlic, onions, and then you refry them in a little bacon grease and add a little milk, little by little, to get a creamy dairy. Here's the fry bread recipe. Mix all the ingredients. If you're really broke, go to the basic 1 cup flour, 1.5 teaspoons baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon salt. If you have the powdered milk, add 1/4 cup. Then you mix it all together, add 1 cup for half a batch of hot water. And then you let it set for 20 minutes and then you fry it. But this is basically self-rising flour, so it's just self-rising flour and water, and you can make biscuits out of that. You can make fry bread. And then I bought a bunch of this, like at least 10 or 15 pounds, because I got this sugar reasonable. See how you're all living like, and then you need salt. And I got these real reasonable, so I bought all this stuff when finances permit. And think about it as probably not going to run out of food or money. If you are like kind of running low on food and money, try to find the discount shops. And so today when I was eating my 57-cent salami, was I suffering? No. Was I suffering when I ate the free sandwiches the guy at 7-Eleven gave me? No, it was good. Okay, so now find free food. There's free clothes to be found too. You just look under free clothes under Safari, and a lot of times the food banks and pantries have them. But what I do is I buy clothes half price at the thrift stores. Okay, try to get friends who don't want their stuff. Okay, now number 4, within a short time, you can save a little money. So once you start getting $1 a day, like Jam from New York City saves money. She changed her channel name. I don't know what it is. I forgot. Anyway, you start saving $1 here, saving $1 there. Like with this, what I did is I froze these in packages of 3. You can make sandwiches out of these, or you can tear them up in your salad. But what I have found, here was my meat that I had to use up. What I found is they're good with crackers. Okay, within a short time you can save a little money, because just like I cut my utilities because I really tried. And then buy a lot when it's cheap, drastically marked down food. Like, am I going to be suffering eating this? No, I'm going to be eating granola with milk. Peanut butter granola, because, and there's plenty of nuts in there, so you can make nut butter. For a small batch is about 2 cups of nuts. And buy a lot when it's cheap and buy drastically marked down food. Okay, grow an indoor garden to generate seeds for the next year. That's how I got the soybean seeds, because I had to pay for them last year. I'll probably buy a couple of packs just in case. 8, wear things and use things totally up. Unless it's shot, even if it is shot and is still usable, we always did that. So use your stuff up, recycle everything if you can. Now, I can't stand it because I'm a renter and I don't want to take a chance of cockroaches. So I usually give those away. Make pickled food. I showed you the book I got. Refrigerator jam. In fact, when you find marked down food, like I know I can get marked down food at Smart and Final really cheap. Applesauce is a good one if you're new. And then eat leftovers. That last night, so I was trying to do 2 meals. I start over again on Sunday. This week it was eating 2 meals out of the stockpile. Next week it'll be 3. So I ate leftovers twice. Okay, stockpile food. So why? So you can go weeks to months to years once you get good at it. Live as much as you can outside of your house. For one thing, you want to save wear and tear on your house so you don't have to pay repairs. When I lived in the apartment for 16 years, I had very few repairs and the place was in pretty good shape when I left. Okay, okay, so when you're trying to buy stuff at a thrift store, today I was wearing a London fog coat. I've been wearing like this jacket that I've been wearing for like 3 years, but I got my coat out and it was so nice. And what I did is I bought it half price last summer for about $5. Sweaters, just trying to find one thing. Like I like 2 new pair of sunglasses a year, so I found one, not that I don't have any. I like, 3 slip-ons, 2 boots, and now I have to buy tennis shoes. I'm not satisfied with my tennis shoes yet. Okay. Okay, my friend's mother-in-law, who ended up to be very well off, remember the little old ladies with the money? She was almost 100 and she was very, very thrifty. She ate expired food and she said it's still good. There's no reason not to eat it. Also, if she had a jar of spaghetti sauce, she cooked the spaghetti, put the spaghetti sauce, and she had spaghetti until the spaghetti sauce was gone. So she's just very, very thrifty. Also, she managed to pretty much stay in her house the whole time until she owned her house. When you're really, really thrifty all the time, and you can look, if you're not too well off now and you're older, by doing this stuff, you'll get that way. Okay, my client, I had these really smart clients. She was actually a housekeeper for this wealthy man, so she lived with him and he paid for her car, her gas, and everything. But when she needed, say if she needed a purse, and I used to think when I was young, yeah, she would buy one in every color, but I would go, yeah, they're so cheap. But like, who cares? You're a housekeeper. Or, if it was a blouse, buy 7 of them in every color. Then when I got older myself, this last stint at the thrift store, I tried to find 7 shirts. And I try to find 7 in every different color. I want to mention, my hair looks so damn bad, but it's starting to calm down now, and pretty soon I'll be able to go to a nice strawberry blonde. Now, I could never have done this to a client, but they would have told me to, but I wouldn't have done it to them. But what happened to me was so horrible. Something was bothering my face, and it was bright red, and it was all swollen up. And people go, well, do you think it was the hair color? And I go, I don't think so. Well, it was my face cream. I got a different kind. It was the same brand, but I usually get sensitive skin. So I just look so pitiful. So I'm glad everything's kind of settling down here. Okay, now, I did this cheap thing, and my friends and I was doing it on purpose, and I said I really wasn't. I was going to various churches that serve dinner with the Bible studies, and I did it for quite a while, and that's a good way to learn the Bible. And this one I went to was during the day, and so I guess it was my day off, or I took time off, and it was some older women, and you know, we would go through the Bible, and it would be like a verse, and then if any of us had any input as to what might be important to know, and that was the best Bible study. All of them were good, otherwise I wouldn't have wasted my time. Okay, so I was going to like Bible studies every night. Do everything for yourself, or just go without it. Like car wash, clean the house. My house is full of Christmas trees. I put my crystal ball out here because it really was bugging me. I came down the stairs and there was that huge Marilyn Monroe. Oh, but anyway, I was planning on getting several crystal balls, but I think one is enough. Do your own yard. I need to do my garden. Dry cleaning. I use dry cleaning bags. And beauty stuff. Do it on yourself. Maybe one of my customers used to get her color done at the beauty school, and her haircuts done by me. Floral designs. Actually, the floral designs are coming along. I thought, wow, just think there's internet now. Think how great my floral arrangements would have been doing if I would have been doing this. And then when you're sick of your junk, force yourself to sell it if you possibly can. Sometimes I can't. All right, I have some cheap meals. Okay, soup, crackers, meat and cheese, and peanut butter. That's pretty good. Sometimes I'll eat that for months. Sometimes in the middle of the night. Cereal and milk. Sandwich with a small fruit or vegetable. And then copy frozen meals. You know, like Salisbury steak, potatoes, and corn, and some fruit dessert. Frozen pizza from Walmart is under $5. Big ones are grilled cheese, quesadilla, burrito. Walmart has big burritos for $1.24. I'm gonna get some. Tuna sandwich and chips. I got the chips at Dollar Tree. Frozen hamburgers, chicken sandwich, pies, and cookies. So I get them like at McDonald's or anywhere, and I keep them in the freezer. I have a couple of pies in there now. I've been trying to get pies. Okay, fries with chili and hot dogs and rice. Make homemade nut butter sour cream. Now the sour cream comes in really handy because you can use that in place of an egg. 1/2 cup. An egg's only a 1/4 cup though. Back in the day, they would use a 1/4 cup water. Yogurt, homemade. Breakfast sandwiches. Now that I know the how to make an egg, it's so easy, but I want to mention I always mess this up. Melt a little butter, put your egg in the bowl, pierce the yolk, cover it with a wet paper towel, and zap it for 30 to 40 minutes. And then, like, I'm gonna have bacon left over, I'm gonna have fry bread, I have cheese. I could make hamburgers. I will just eat hamburgers until all the hamburgers gone. Bagels and cream cheese. So I'm stockpiling cream cheese. And today they had bagels marked down at Walmart, but they look kind of dried up. Eggs and toast with pork and beans. Waffles, pancakes with eggs, bacon, and sausage. Okay, I had a breakfast sandwich that was a French toast breakfast sandwich. That was really, really good. Now, did I forget anything I wanted to tell you? So you can see there's little to no. Okay, now, living like you're on your last dime, why should we? Okay, You know, you see these people, you see these people who have money, and you think, wow, you know, that's really the life. But in proportion, a lot of times to the money they have, they're living very frugally. And so when I was doing hair, when the economy was bad and I worked in good shops, I could have starved. That's why I started working in more than one shop, because they will cut back. They have communities on the beach, you know, where you can go to the beach. You have your they have marinas, and you live on your boat, and they don't really come out of their dwellings, you know. It's they live on the beach. They go to Costco. I do shop at Costco. I will see them buy 6 of everything. They buy the big size because they're not going shopping. They're not coming out. They're not spending money. Pay the utilities for a year, stuff like that. So when you first start out and you're trying to get a little bit prosperous, what did I get there? Six boxes of crackers. And then I stockpile soup. And I have everything to make bread, and sandwiches and dinners. And I will be showing you guys. Okay, you guys, please like, comment, and I will be doing these living like you're on your last dimes. I can be so cheap. And God bless you all.